Hey traders, welcome back to Disciplined Trader Autonomy. Last week was a little bit dull week because of the Labor Day and bank holidays that we had on Monday, but on Friday we were able to close the market with NFP news or NFP data that came actually very bad for the US economy because the reading came at 22,000 less than expected, which was 75,000. Without further ado, we are going to go through our trade this week. But before that, let us see the economic calendar for the next week and see the major events that we might have that can have high impact and shape and check our market next week. Then we shall go and watch our weekly currency strings to cut out the noise and see which currency actually is controlled. That then we can finalize with our watch list of the market. Without further ado, let's get started. But before we can go ahead, if you are new to my trading channel, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, because I don't want you also to miss any big move in the market, because last week we did very well. For those who followed me last week, it was really a very good week, and we were able to cover a lot of currencies, and it has moved as we expected to move. So if you don't want to miss, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. DXY, as it is the index that follow the dollar or measure the dollar index. Last week, we said the dollar is going to go up, correction, and then fall. It happened exactly as we said. However, the pullback was somehow big, and it went up to here, and then it went down below. The target was actually at 97.11. The reason why it went like that, I was actually expecting it to break these lows, but unfortunately it didn't, even though the market just closed on Friday, but it was not able to close this. Okay, that was on the daily. On the 4-hour, as we can see, market made a very high move to the downside. You can see here, this is we have fall, correction, fall, correction, another fall. If you can see this, it's now still moving inside our channel. What I'm expecting next week is another pullback and another fall to the downside. From here, we might see another move to the upside. That's what I can see for the next week for USD dollar. Let me take this out to put a new like this. We're expecting it to go up, then come back here for another move to the upside. That's how the market will move. It has to reach up to 97.11 and then it moves to the upside. Euro USD. This one, if you remember last week, we said that this is how it's like 50-50, not 100%, 50-50, because it was inside this area. I wanted it to break above this area for me to have a clear view. Last week I wanted it to break above here, then make a move to the upside, or either move to the downside here and then to the upside again. However, nothing had happened. What had happened, it pulled back to the downside, and now it moved to the upside. What is next? I'm expecting this to make another drop to the downside before any move you can see up, because this correction or corrective structure is still ongoing. So what we expect is more corrective structure to the downside before we can see any big move to the upside. This one, this, that, for any good. It might even reach down up to here. Might even reach up to here because here there is imbalance. We can see imbalance in this place. Pound USD. Pound USD, if you remember last time we talked about this area where it will reach. See, I had a trade from here. I told you about this trade last time and it was already hit. Another trade here was already hit, was taken out to profit. Now, what is next from here? I'm seeing it's going to go down before any move to the upside. We have to go down corrective way before any further move to the upside. If you can see, we are inside a channel. We are still inside a channel. Pound USD is inside a channel very clearly. Aussie dollar fantastically did what we said last time. You see this box is what we said last time. The market will come, hit the box, and then move to the upside. I was expecting it to break this high, which is the liquidity, where liquidity rests here, but it made a liquidity grab and came back down. What is next? Because of this liquidity grab, the market has to continue move down before any further move to the upside. But I can't tell if it can really come and move to the upside. What I'm expecting for this week, for the market to come, reach this level, or even it might even reach back to this level before we can see any further move to the upside. However, the overall trend is already uptrend, but the corrective structure here still ongoing. It's not yet finished. It's not completed. It has to complete the structure before anything. NZD USD, it's the same like Aussie dollar. Came to the high here, making a double top, came back down. What am I expecting? You see how very clean last week. Very clean. You see, drop up. Now it dropped here to this imbalance and then it went back up. What are you expecting? Because of these imbalances that is happening here, we're expecting the market again to give us another drop for any further move to the upside. If you don't have a trading strategy, please try to find a trading strategy to help you to know how to trade, because trading is not a simple game. This is where people make real money. If you want to lose money, it's up to you, but for those who are serious, you have to be serious about it. Find a trading strategy. Don't follow my forecast blindly. This is not a signal, this is a forecast. Signal will tell you where to enter and where to put your stop loss and where to put your take profit. This is not a signal. This is a complete bias. My bias is to the upside. What I'm waiting for the correction to the upside. If you don't have a trading strategy, please find one. There's millions of trading strategy outside there. USD JPY. This one, it's really somehow inside trading range. You can see, let us say, this is a complete trading range. From here, this is a complete trading range. But inside this trading range, which USD JPY was not able to break outside of this trading range. But remember, on Monday we are going to have a trading. We are going to having some news coming out, GDP coming out from Japan early morning at 250, something around 250. What I'm expecting, maybe we shall see drop to here, then to the upside again. Why to the upside? Because we have left a big imbalance behind here, which has the market did not close. Market has to close this imbalance. So I'm seeing another drop, move to the upside. Drop, move to the upside. We might drop even breaking the low, this low. Might break this low before it can move to the upside. USD CHF fantastically did what we said last time also. We said before this market can move to the upside, because now we are in a falling wedge that is not completed. This falling wedge has to complete. There is another inside falling wedge inside the falling wedge. What had happened last week? We said that upside drop before we can go to the upside. Now we are inside the middle of this journey. The journey is not yet finished. What will happen? I'm expecting the market to make something like this, because something like that up to here, and then another drop, because the drop is not yet finished. This move to the upside, let us leave it for now. Let this structure complete before we can see the move to the upside. Before we can see the move to the upside. This is a secondary move. The primary move is now complete the structure here before any move to the upside. Market has to reach to 78.80. Market has to reach 78.80 here. $78.80 has to reach to 78.80 before see any move. Yeah, has to reach to 78.80 before we can see any move to the upside. What will happen? We need the liquidity to liquidate this area. Everyone who is below this low will be taken out before the market will move to the upside. The question is, can I be wrong? Yes, I can be wrong. It's a probability. It's not 100%. This is my as you can see, all of my forecasts were almost 80% accurate. I don't need to be I don't want to be 100% accurate. 70% is enough. 80% is enough. That's it. And look, just have a look. If you calculated, for example, this from there, here, how many pips are that? That's 113. See, 113 pips in one move. Plus, don't forget we also predicted this move to the upside, which is also something like another 100 or 80 pips. So 80 plus 100, that is 180 pips of good prediction. We predicted the high, the move to the upside, and the move to the downside. We were able to take a trade from here up to here. We still have a trade inside this trade, and we know how to manage the trade. If you're also inside this sell, please move your stop loss, break even, and let the trade unfold. Let the trade and fall. USD CAD. CAD is weak, dollar is weak, and this market is not going anywhere. For the next week for me, this market, I don't see anywhere that this market, because both currencies are weak. You can see here from the currency, you see, the CAD is weak, dollar is weak. Let it come, let it come, let it come. Internet, yes, you can see CAD is weak, dollar is weak, JPY is weak, pound is also weak. We have the highest and the strongest currencies are those four. So it's good for someone who is trading. You trade the strong against the weak. For example, the euro against the euro USD, buy euro USD, Aussie, euro JPY, and euro pound. You buy them and euro CAD. Then you sell USD, USD CHF, sell it like how we saw it right now here. For example, you see, we were saying we need to sell this. Why? Because dollar is actually weak. We didn't just sell for no reason. The technical is telling us to sell, and also the currency is also the currency meter is also telling us to sell. Then also we have the Aussie USD. Was supposed to sell it. Also we sell the NZD USD. We also sell it because NZD is strong, USD is also weak. That's how it works. The strong against the weak. Okay. Pound JPY. This is one of the trades of the week that we had last week, and we say that move to the upside, then drop. The market went up, and now it's preparing itself for another drop. Then what is next? Market has to come back. So already almost to that place. We need the market to touch here before we can see further down move. Where the market is moving to, my target is up to here. The low of this low, where we have already a structure below this low. You can call it a support. We have a support here. That's where the market has to reach up to here before we can see any further move to the upside, because it's obvious that we shall see another move to the upside, but this one is not in our arena for now. We are waiting for it to move to the downside before we can see it to the upside. We talked about euro pound. As you can see here, euro and pound, which one is strong? Euro is strong, pound weak. What shall we do? We buy euro and we sell pound. Then what's going to happen here? Obvious. Now we are inside a trading channel. If you can see, inside this trading channel, and the market is already one way, one halfway. What I wanted to see is for the market, before we can try to buy a correction, come to the downside here before we can buy to the upside. I don't want to buy in the middle. I need to buy below here, buy to reach up there. Sorry. That's how this thing works. We go to futures. We have the gold. Gold has really moved very highly. to the upside. This one had happened to a very long time. Last time we talked of, I told you that the market has to break outside of this triangle that was 6 months old, and successfully it broke outside of this it broke out of the trading channel or the triangle. This move is big. What will happen next? I'm expecting this market to make a corrective structure before any further move. Why is this corrective structure? People bought from here, it will take profit. And the taking profit will be like a falling knife, creating a corrective structure, letting other people to enter. How big is this corrective structure? It might be ABC or complex corrective structure, or maybe just one fall and another move to the upside, one leg. Anyway, it has to happen that way. Last time we had a spike to the upside was in April. You see how big was the move here? Just look, it was fantastic, very big move. And this move, which happened here, is only 50% of this move. Let us have our Fibonacci to see exactly 50%. 50%, you see? 50% of the initial move that happened in April. So we need a correction before we can go to the upside. Silver, the same thing. Silver has made a very good, and now it's already in a corrective structure, which is not yet completed. What I wanted this corrective structure to complete before we can see another move to the upside. Bitcoin, lastly, Bitcoin was doing very well, very, very well. See, Bitcoin is still moved to the downside. I'm not seeing Bitcoin to go up now, because as I said last time, Bitcoin has to reach up to 104,101. That's where I'm expecting it to come, around this area. That's where exactly I wanted it to reach before I can buy it. What next here? Good. Before we see what is next, let us zoom in and we go to a lower time frame to see what I'm seeing. For those, okay, let us go to line. For those who knows this kind of structure, we are waiting for another form here before we. This is a head and shoulder. Where's the target? The target is very clear. We are targeting to reach down here. The question is, will this fail? Yeah, it can fail. It can. That's why you have to use your stop loss. You shouldn't be trading without stop loss. You shouldn't be trading without stop loss. Make sure you have a trading system that have a stop loss and a take profit. So what is next? We need to see this right shoulder to finish before we can move to the downside. I will leave it like that to see how far it will go, because what we want is this move complete this move to the downside. And for those who are new to my trading channel, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any updates of my trades in the upcoming next week. I will be having another individual videos for especially the gold in the middle of the week, trying to go deeply into the analysis to see the fundamental behind each and every trade. Before we finalize, uh, next week we have the economic calendar that is going to come out, as we talked about it. On Monday we are having GDP coming out from Japan. On Tuesday is just a normal day. There is nothing happening on Tuesday. But on Wednesday we are having the PPI coming out from US. And then on Thursday, that is the big day, CPI coming out from US. On Friday, we don't have anything coming out from US. It's from the London session, the GDP of the Great British. And this is the GDP of month over month of July. Be careful, trade with cautious, trade with the stop loss. Do not trade or do not jump into a trade without any proper strategy. Do not follow anyone blindly, even me, don't follow me blindly. And if you don't have a trading community, please try to make a trading community, follow a trading community, be part of a trading community to learn more and to make more profitable and to make your destination easier to the professional trading and financial freedom in this market. Thank you and see you next week.